And you are watching Aconnectiontv.
Hey folks, it's Ari from Real World Explosion, and you are watching Aconnectiontv.
I am Wesley the Crazy Man. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Hey, what's going on? I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections to spot our differences. And the similar connection that I want to adopt with you guys is the love or appreciation for the entertainment that comes on Real Housewives of Atlanta, or that comes with Real Housewives of Atlanta. We had the first episode of the 3-part reunion with the ladies this past Sunday, and this reunion is actually one of the most, it's the only reunion that I'm actually craving to watch and can't wait to see. And the main reason why is not only has this particular season, season 6 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, been the best season so far of the series, but Andy Cohen asks some awesome questions. And I don't know if I've missed this from Andy Cohen before in the previous reunions, but as of late, he's been really digging into these chicks from everything. Starting off with Phaedra talking to her about the charges put up against Apollo, and how she makes it clear that her name has not been brought up in any of the charges. And and she made it clear that it was a complaint, not an indictment. Like, Phaedra better go ahead and make it clear. But I was watching this reunion, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, there aren't going to be any commercial breaks, because I really don't need any commercial breaks. I wanted to watch from the beginning to the freaking end. We talk about Kandi and her haters, and how her DVD is out. Okay, we have this little segment with Kandi. Her DVD is out. She's thinking about going on the road with her show. I don't know if she's gone on the road with her show just yet, but going on the road with her show. And how Tyler Perry showed her love for the music in her play, which is awesome, because I would love to work with Tyler Perry. I would love to see what Tyler Perry does, like up close and personal. Like, I would love to do that. And so the fact that Tyler Perry called her, she respected that and appreciated that. So that was awesome to hear. And then, Andy asks Nene about the shade that she threw comparing the productions with Kandi and somebody else. About why did she throw the shade, or how did, why did she do it that way or whatever. And of course, Nene, when Nene's put up to the test, she always answers the wrong question. She always answers the question wrong and decides to plead the fifth. And she was kind of like mute for a second, and then she started to speak. And then, Andy was like, "Well, Kandi, did you take any offense to it?" And Kandi was like, "No, I didn't take no offense to it." She said, "Nene and I we're not close friends, so it's not like I really expected her to work for me. Like, why would she do that?" And I, that's real. That's real, because why would Nene do that? After their history on the show, why would she do that? She's Nene Leakes. Why would she, right? She has that name, right? So why would she? I, for one, wouldn't. I couldn't imagine her doing that. I just couldn't. Okay. Andy then goes into the whole opportunist thing when Cynthia talking to the aerobics instructor, the one with the big ass that hid behind her man during the whole pillow fight thing, and the implications made by that girl, I can't remember her name, because it wasn't Monique, it was the other chick, that Todd was an opportunist. And so Cynthia was questioning about that, and Cynthia was like, well, I don't really know Todd all like that to really say whether or not he's an opportunist or not. And then Andy's like, well, Phaedra, what do you think about Todd? And how do you feel about the situation? Phaedra and Candy are friends. So Phaedra's like, well, you know, I love Todd. And I told him from the beginning that they were going to get married. I called this out. So I love Todd. I was like, Obviously, we know she already had the wedding, so they spoke about it like as if at that particular time the wedding hadn't already happened. But as of now, they've already gotten married. The special is wrapped up and all that for Bravo. So congratulations to Nene for that. But you know, they touch upon that, and then we touch upon the prenup. So obviously the prenup got done because I don't think she would have married the dude if the prenup wouldn't have got done. So obviously, you know, the prenup is done now, and obviously they had to put the wedding show, a part of the prenup. But yeah, that was interesting. The whole Candy segment was interesting, and then we touch into everybody being late on the show. Now I said this on my review, and I'm looking down because I'm looking at my notes to make sure that I cover as much as possible. But I said this on plenty of my reviews per episode, that anybody that comes late is just pure disrespect. Pure disrespect. Once, fine. Twice if you're not as late as you were the first time, fine. But after that, no more fucking being late. No more being late. And all of these chicks have been late to one event or the next. And Candy being like hours and hours and late, that's best. There's no rhyme or reason for it. There's no rhyme or reason for it. I love Candy. I think she's the realest on the show. But fuck that. There's no explanation for these girls to have a contract on this show and be late the way that they've been late. It makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense. But then Andy brought up a point. She was like, well, Nene, why? He was like, well, Nene, when you're late, you know, it's not a big deal. But when everybody else is late, it's a big deal. So, of course, that shut her up a little bit. But then, of course, she had to chime in afterwards. It was like, no. I'm not late like these girls are late. If anything, I'm the one that's on time the most. But Candy was named the late girl. She got the late girl award. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck that. Being late is just straight disrespectful. And then we get to see the pillow part where you know, Nene went off on Kenya and Kenya ain't do shit. Man, Kenya and this damn scepter and the damn blowhorn. Oh my God, I can't. I'm gonna touch up Kenya at the end. Let me grab my pad so I can read this as I'm doing this shit, because this stuff that I want to talk about. Talking about Candy's weight and how Nene refers to Candy. She don't need another sandwich, or she don't need to be eating another sandwich. After watching that twerking video with the girls, Nene does not have anything to say, or should not be saying anything about anybody's needing to eat another sandwich or whatnot with her robes that she has above her navel and under her navel. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Okay, she got a round ass, that's great. She can shake her ass, she can make the water wave, that's great. But all that in the front, that's not too hot. That's not too hot. So her saying that somebody else shouldn't be eating another sandwich, I thought that was a bit much, because I just thought that was a bit much. Kenya and Phaedra go back and forth about Phaedra calling her a whore. Now, Kenya cannot talk about anybody talking about somebody else, because she done talked about everybody on the damn show. Kenya, this whole let me put my pad down. Kenya, this whole fucking reunion, and sitting here talking about, oh, all these people had hidden below the belt and saying this and talk about this and talk about that, and they were supposed to be grown adults. And then when I watched the show back, I didn't want to invite them to Velvet's memorial and da. I'm like, shut up. How can you even cry and be like blah 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 about them talking about you when your punk ass talks about every freaking person on that show? And you talked about everybody that wasn't even on the freaking reunion part one. You talk about everybody's husband. You have applied so much throughout the season. I just can't. That's why Kenya annoys me. I would be ride or die for Kenya if she admitted to all the shit that she does. If she was like, yeah, so the fuck what? I would ride to die for her. But she is lying. She lies. She lies. She sits there and says she does not talk about people. But we've seen every fucking episode, she's talking about someone. She's talking about someone. She's talking about karma this, karma that. Girl, you got karma to your ass. Karma is attached to your titties, attached to your ass, attached to your pussy. Karma's attached to your fucking face. Karma's attached to that hair that Porsha almost pulled out your fucking head. Like, Kenya is sitting here, and Porsha said this. I'm heated now. Porsha said this shit. She's sitting here trying to be the motherfucking victim. Bitch, you ain't no goddamn victim. You're not a victim. Everything that's happened to Kenya, Kenya brought on her fucking self. Period. She brought on herself. She's sitting here, oh, I anointed you. You are the night now. Fuck out of here. Come on, like, really? I just can't understand her. I don't understand what's going on in her head. Maybe it's for show. But in my mind, I'm like, where's the reality in this fucking show? Because I don't understand it. It's okay to try to act like, but it's not okay to try to be right when you're acting like. Okay? Don't sit up here and say, oh, I don't talk about Phaedra. I only talk about Phaedra when she talks about me. That's bullshit. The first words I think that were uttered of shade came from Kenya talking about Phaedra in the Apollo situation. So now she don't talk about people? Come on, man. Come on, man. She going back and forth with Phaedra because Phaedra called her a whore. That's how you present yourself when you sit here and try to befriend a husband of a wife that clearly does not like you. Why would you do that? You're doing that to be sneaky. You're doing that to be conniving. You're doing that to be whorish. That's whorish. Regardless of whether or not you're just talking or whatever, you know the implications that would be applied to your fucking ass because you're sitting here doing this for TV. And because you're doing it for TV, you're going to be called that. It's whorish. Doesn't mean you're a whore, but it's really whorish. It's you lack of respect. Lack of respect for doing that. Lack of respect for doing that because you would not, I swear you would not want another chick to do that to you. If you were Phaedra, come on. Come on. Like, really, Kenya? That's why Kenya annoys the fuck out of me. That's why she annoys me. And that's why Nene started to annoy me too, because if you don't practice what you preach, there's really nothing for you. Like, there's really nothing at all. Nothing at all. Phaedra lied about that shit last season or the season before when she lied flat out about calling Cynthia a fucker or fuck her or some shit like that. But ever since then, I'm like, okay, at least Phaedra admit your shit. Admit your shit. I don't know what's going on with this whole fraud situation, but admit your shit. It seems like she's admitting her shit. Porsha admits her shit. Candy admits her fucking shit. Cynthia, those three chicks, they admit their shit. Oh, I talked about you? You damn right I talked about you. And this is why I talked about you. Nene, she always pleading the fucking fifth. Kenya always pleading the goddamn fifth. And then Phaedra tells it like it is, but I don't know about this whole fraud shit. I don't know about the fraud shit and then that cuss thing with Cynthia. But Cynthia, Candy, and Porsha keep it 100. And I'm thinking to myself, this bitch sitting here talking, she pointed that scepter at my face. Ooh! When Porsha said, I'ma shove that shit up your fucking ass, I feels you. First of all, I don't even understand why Cynthia was sitting there. I'm hyped. I don't even understand why Cynthia was sitting here in the mix between all this. Because I would have got my happy pretty little ass up and I would have said, you know what? I'm not about to be the barrier between y'all. Y'all too close for fucking comfort. This bitch over here talking about a scepter and when you're not, I'm talking. That scepter looked heavy and it looked real. It didn't look like some plastic shit she got from Dollar Tree. That shit looked like metal and shit when it hit the ground and said clink clank. What are you doing? But that's a weapon to me. That's a weapon to me. Why is she on stage with that weapon? Like, that's what I'm thinking to myself. And Cynthia's like, well, wait a minute now. Girl, get out. Get out. This ain't confident. Get the fuck out. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Porsha told her. She told her, she said, bitch, you point that shit at me again, it's going down. Basement. You know what I'm saying? Come on, son. I was just like, Kenya, and this horse shit, right? Then we get from that, and then we get into Kenya and the whole landlord and how she lies and shit like that. Kenya's all make-believe. Kenya is all make-believe. That's why I didn't think her hair was real. But some of y'all Kenya fans was like, oh, her hair is fucking real. That's all her hair. She never wears a weave. Very hard to believe that she never wears a weave. I'll say that. Okay, her hair is real. Fine, that's great. But, I mean, come on now. She lives in the land of make-believe. Twerking on the toilet. What'd she say? Twerking on the piano. Twerking on the piano. Come on, man. Phaedra calling her eggs scrambled eggs. I thought that was funny. I did. I thought that was funny. Kenya, you said that Apollo and Phaedra got AIDS. So, bitch, ain't nothing else you can really say that's really all it hit below the belt. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Come on, really? Really? Like, y'all, if y'all really think that, come on, man, really? Kenya pissed me off watching this goddamn reunion. I was pissed off watching this fucking reunion. And then we get into the whole Velvet thing, and of course she crying her eyes out. Everybody was empathetic and sympathetic to this whole situation. She's sitting there crying, getting her 15 minutes of fame because you want to cry about the dead dog. No disrespect, but I mean, really, Kenya, really? You just go from bashing these bitches to... She was my friend! Blowhorn, blow, shut up, you hoe, you fucking whore. Yeah, hit me. What? That's what I can't take her shit serious. Like how she lives in the land of make-believe, and Porsha called her shit all the way out with the rent-a-cop, with the rent-a-man of Walter and his gay ass. With that whole shit situation going on, and Kenya felt some sort of way because why you calling my shit out? Now let's talk about this fake ass of African prince. Now Nene apparently met him, but the way Nene explained it, this is how I would see it. I saw a man walk up to me saying Kendamora. Kamora Lee Simmons. I don't know what the fuck the man was saying, but the impersonation that Nene had was off the hook, had me dying. Now, did Nene meet Kenya's boyfriend? No. Nene saw a black ass man talking to her that she didn't understand and said, get the fuck out my face, and she walked away. That's not her meeting Kenya's man. That's not. At this point, Kenya could have been lying. You know what I'm saying? And then Nene gonna correct her and say, no, we was the one driving in a black Ferrari. I said, oh, all right, Nene. All right, Nene, call it out. Call it out, Nene. That was funny. The whole situation between Candy and Nene was cute. That whole little spat about, weight and weight gain and implication of being fat and all that. That was cute. Nene, don't try it with Candy, though. Don't try it with Candy, though. I'm just saying, Nene, don't try it with Candy, though. And then they talked about how Nene didn't call Kenya about the dog. Nene said, I offered to get another dog, but that was that. No, I didn't call her. When Kenya ever did pull out that fucking bullhorn and the batteries wasn't in the bitch, I lost my mind. Then Andy was like, would you take a lie detector test? Would you take a lie detector test to prove that you got a man? Porsha said, Kenya said, she don't need to prove anything to anybody. You could have fooled me because you on this show. So you on this show to prove something. Whether or not to prove that you're an actress, a great actress, or you live in the land of make-believe and you want to twirl all the goddamn time, you on the show to prove something. So yeah, a lie detector test would be great. But it would also prove some things. It would also prove some things because she lives in the fucking land of make-believe. Okay? Now, there really was nothing else but to talk about but this fucking fight. Now I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. Everything leading up to the fight was awesome. I didn't even need the fight. I didn't need her pulling her hair. All I needed Porsha to do was just step up to her fucking face and tell her, bitch, you better stop with these fucking props. I'm gonna wax your motherfucking ass. And that's all Porsha needed to do. That's all Porsha needed to do because apparently Porsha done got some military training and knows how to take a bitch down in 3 moves. So if that's the case, Porsha, you know you did not need to touch her because you could have fucked her up already. You know that. Porsha, you could have fucked her up seasons ago. We know that, Porsha. You know that, Porsha. You are licensed, trained to take bitches out. Porsha, you got weapons training and everything. I could not understand how she got all this training and don't know about the Underground Railroad. I'm just saying. But Porsha, you did that, Porsha. You did that. But Kenya and this fucking scepter with the bullhorn. I'm just saying, Mona about to come out for a minute. Bitch, let me motherfucking tell you. Bitch would have came up in my goddamn face with that motherfucking bullhorn and that side, or hell would have broke motherfucking loose. Girl, bitch would have got decked in that motherfucking throat. She would have got toast. She would have got toast for real though. I had to put on a little Mona. Kenya, you cannot continue to act out and not think that people won't act out with you. You just can't do that. No one in this world can do that. You can't do that. Porsha dragged her ass for fucking filth. Pulled her shit down, yanked her shit down, she fell down, grabbed her ass. The fuck you get, Kenya? That's what the fuck you get. I know we not supposed to fight, we all grown. Bitch is 43 and Porsha is 31. Age ain't nothing but a number. If you got the mouth to speak about it, you got the mouth to get that shit popped. To get that shit popped. That's the reality on reality TV. You can't go off and talk however you want to. And then when people try to talk about you, you try to pull out bullhorns and scepters and disrespect the whole fucking reunion and think that I ain't gonna get up and check your ass. That's the reality of it all. Porsha gave us the reality of it all. Now, the other ladies, they more mature. Porsha's the youngest. They more mature. They're not gonna act out. They've been there, done that. I'm sure Candy's been in some fights. I'm sure Phaedra's been in some fights. Cynthia, her titty popped out. She like lost. Cynthia ain't never seen a fight in her life. That's what I'm thinking. She all to the side and shit. Like, is it over? Is it over? Nene got up quick as hell because Nene been in some fights. Nene said, come on, Porsha, girl, get yourself together, bitch. Get yourself together. You doing it wrong, bitch. These white bitches is watching you. These white people is watching you. They waiting to get your ass kicked off the show. You gonna let her get you kicked off the show, bitch. Shut up. Nene wanted to smack her bitch ass. Shut the fuck up. You ruining yourself right now, bitch. They think you already black. She covered her mouth. She was like, bitch, don't say a motherfucking word. I want you still on this show, bitch. Don't say a motherfucking word. Save yourself. Girl, nah, nigga. Fucking Porsha like, I fucking embarrassed myself. I embarrassed myself. Nina like, girl, can we get her some paper towels? She foaming at the mouth. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. These white people watching you. She trying to cover her mouth. Phaedra over there trying to comfort her ass. Then this dude lift her up like she fucking, it's 12 o'clock and her wardrobe, her Cinderella wardrobe about to turn into the rags that she was wearing before she got married to Cordell. I'm just like, damn, this shit was all dramatic. And then Kenya gonna walk off with Lawrence. Lawrence is her motherfucking sidekick. Gonna walk off. If she not out the shower, this fox time, you don't hit nobody. Bitch, so keep your mouth shut or let her talk. Let her talk. Don't pull out no fucking bullhorn and you want to over and intercept her, but when you want to talk, you want to get your piece across. Let her fucking talk. You gonna call her a hoe on a bullhorn and think she not gonna get up and check your shit? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.